My name's Chris Oldfield. I'm the Chief Executive of Tasmanian Irrigation. For the last 2 or 3 years we've been building a number of significant irrigation schemes in Tasmania, and our biggest will be the Midlands. The Midlands irrigation scheme has been planned for over 140 years and we're now well into construction. We've got over 100 people here working on this project near Tunbridge, pretty much in the middle of Tasmania, and we've got about a 12 to 18 month build program. This is a major civil engineering project for Tasmania, and most important for this local economy. Everything we do in this region we do in partnership with both state and federal governments, and most importantly with local irrigators. Normally when we build our projects across the state, we invite the local irrigators who are contributing towards the capital cost, and in fact members of the local community, to come and see what we do and to see how we build these programs and how we build these schemes and how we're concerned about the environment and safety matters on large projects like this. But given the remote nature of this project, it's really too hard to invite people just to come and have a look. So we thought what we'd do is just make a small video, introduce you to some of the construction people, help you understand the sort of things that have to occur if we're going to have a really good irrigation scheme for this state. So over the next few minutes you'll get a chance to meet some of the people who are building this important irrigation scheme, and you'll get to understand the challenges they face and what they have to do to ensure that we can deliver reliable water to this important part of Tasmania.
I'm Sven Meyer. I work for Tasmanian Irrigation, and I'm the project manager for the Midlands Water Scheme. I've been working on this job for about 4 years now, from concept through to feasibility and now into construction. We commenced construction in July 2012 and it'll be completed in December 2013. It's my role project and to make sure construction runs smoothly to budget and to program. The Midlands Water Scheme is the flagship project for Tasmanian Irrigation. It's the largest project we're going to undertake. It's got a capital cost of $104 million. It's got a pipeline length of approximately 130 kilometres, ranging from high pressure ductile iron and steel pipe through to HDPE poly pipe. The project has got about 100 people working on it at the moment. There's about 50 from Fulton Hogan Constructions, about 30 with Hazel Brothers, about 10 working with Zest who are producing the HDPE pipe, and there's about 9 with Tasmanian Irrigation.
I'm a construction supervisor on the pipeline, and I will travel over the pipeline and liaise with the contractors doing the job, just ensuring that all their work meets specification. It's a very big pipeline project. We've got approximately 30 kilometres of ductile iron pipe in this stage of the construction, and in the distribution area, which relates to the farmland, we've got approximately 100 kilometres. Huge scheme in terms of Tasmania. There's over $100 million invested in the scheme. It's got a lot of implications for the Midlands area, which is a very low rainfall agricultural area, and predominantly in the past it's been cattle and sheep and some cropping enterprises, but the water from this scheme is going to transition that area into a more diverse agricultural area, able to produce crops regularly and profitably.
We divide the project up into 2 separate contracts. The first contract has been awarded to Fulton Hogan Constructions, which is called the Arthurs Supply Pipeline Contract, and that runs from the Arthurs levee with high pressure pipe through to here at the mini hydro location, including transmission line to power to the grid. Fulton Hogan construction component, that has been going for quite a while now, but the real work started in September, and what they had to do was a forested area. They had to clear the corridor. So the construction corridor is 25 metres wide, and from September through to about December, about 3 months, they had 2 or 3 harvesting crews, they've cleared 25 metres of corridor and there's only about 2 kilometres left to go. So once the corridor is cleared, they could start doing some pre-trenching and start laying pipe, which is what they're currently doing at the moment. So they pre-trench along the alignments, they source rock along the pipeline area. They then put that rock into screening buckets and then turn it into gravel. And they use that gravel as bedding material for the pipe. So up on top, they've got crushing machines and all sorts of gear, and they're using the rock from the trench, turn it into gravel for bedding material. So it's a very niche operation. Doesn't result in importing of any material onto the pipeline project. So they've successfully put in about 5 kilometres of pipe now. They've got 33 kilometres of pipe. Of that 33 kilometres, there's 28 kilometres of ductile iron cement line pipe, which came in a boatload here in late November.
My job involves coordinating a team of people and resources, plant, machinery, materials to bring this job in on time. We are taking the water from Arthur's Lake for irrigation purposes down in the Midlands. We'll be converting power from generation, from hydroelectric generation, which will offset the energy demands for the distribution pumping system.
So behind me is where the mini hydro station will be built. That's been made in New Zealand and will come across sort of in about October of 2013. They'll build quite a large structure here, which is where we'll also have an office location. From the mini hydro, the water then drops into Floods Creek Dam, which is a 500 meg regulation dam. From that point, the other contractor, Hazel Brothers, is doing the work. So Hazel Brothers are building the Floods Creek Dam. They're using Mick Hall, a local contractor, to build that dam. That work has started now. They've started clearing that dam site and just starting to do some road work and some initial trenching work. From Floods Creek Dam, the water goes into Floods Creek Pump Station and then goes through HDPE polyethylene pipe, which has been made locally at Wynyard at the Zest plant, which is then distributed throughout the rest of the Midlands.
That includes about 100 kilometres of pipe, a Floods Creek storage dam which will supply water to that pipeline, and approximately 3 pump stations that will act as booster pumps throughout the line, distributing the water to the end users. Those end users are required to have a certain amount of flow, a certain amount of pressure, so there's quite a bit of design involved in ensuring that we meet all of those requirements so that that water going out to the farmers is perfect for their irrigation needs. We kicked off construction in November 2012, and currently we have 2 crews working on 2 of our bigger pipelines, and in February we'll be starting a 3rd crew on what's called a ductile iron pipeline. So starting in November, we'll be finishing September 2013 with the construction of those pipelines, and then we'll have about 2 months to make sure we get it all right and commission those pipelines ready for use.
So we're anticipating that water will be available for delivery to farmers from June 2014. It could be earlier, but it definitely won't be later. So somewhere between sort of March and June 2014. The HDPE pipes, which come from Zest in Wynyard, we've got about 50 kilometres made already. There's about another 40 to 50 kilometres to go. It gets transported from the Zest yard down to site on laydowns, and then Hazel Brothers get it welded up, and it's welded in these big long strings of up to sort of 100 to 200 metres long. They then trench and then proceed to roll the pipe into it.
It's about having high surety water for us. It's about reliability of supply so that you've got a stable production platform. And when you've got a stable production platform, you can market your products, you can consistently supply your customers. So the other thing that the water does is it allows farmers the opportunity to move away from more risky crops into more reliable enterprises, things like dairying or horticultural pursuits, higher value crops, It's going to allow an expansion of the poppy industry in Tasmania, so that's very significant while there's increasing world demand for pain relief products, that we can offer more growing area for the poppy industry.
I hope you've learned from this video some of the things that we're doing to deliver reliable irrigation water to Tasmania, and I hope you found it useful. This scheme is so much more about, though, than just delivering irrigation water. It's like all our schemes, it's about developing the economy of Tasmania, and part of that is to have reliable, secure irrigation water to allow farmers to grow better crops, more reliable crops, and to go into longer term contracts. And if that all happens, then we'll see the economy of Tasmania start to grow, and it'll grow as a result of the partnership that exists between government and farmers and the community in delivering these important schemes.